Welcome back to my channel Coins History. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Washington quarter dollar coin values. These iconic American coins have a rich history, beautiful designs, and in some rare cases, incredible values that surprise even experienced collectors. In this video, we'll explore the top 3 most valuable, rare, and expensive Washington quarter dollar coins ever discovered. We'll discuss different mint marks, including P, D, S, and no mint mark. Explain why some coins are worth only 25 cents while others have sold for thousands, or even millions, of dollars, and reveal the hidden features that collectors search for. We'll also look at error coins, silver issues, unusual color tones, worn and dirty coins that may still be valuable, and the fascinating history behind these legendary American quarters. Whether you're a beginner, a collector, or an investor, this video could help you identify a rare treasure hiding in your pocket or coin collection top 2. Today we are exploring one of the most talked about coins in American history, the 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 25-cent coin that millions of people have handled without a second thought. It carries a familiar portrait of George Washington on the front and the eagle design on the back. Yet this simple-looking quarter has created endless excitement among collectors because a tiny difference in condition or a rare minting mistake can turn an everyday coin into something truly extraordinary. Before you spend any 1965 quarter, take a closer look because the story behind this coin is far more interesting than most people imagine. The year 1965 was a major turning point in the history of American coinage. Rising silver prices made it too expensive for the government to continue producing circulating quarters with 90% silver. As a result, the United States introduced a new copper-nickel-clad quarter, making 1965 the first regular Washington quarter struck without silver. To reduce confusion and discourage coin hoarding, mint marks were temporarily removed from circulating coins. So every normal 1965 quarter was produced without a mint mark. Although billions were made, collectors still search through old collections because rare production errors and exceptional preserved examples can be worth far more than face value. Most 1965 Washington quarters found in circulation are worth only 25 cents or a small premium if they remain in attractive condition. However, the excitement begins when a coin displays a significant mint error or survives in nearly flawless mint state. Coins with strong luster, sharp details, and almost nowhere can command much higher prices than ordinary pieces. Professional grading plays an important role because even small differences in condition can dramatically affect market value. A coin that appears ordinary to one person may receive a high grade from experts and become highly desirable among advanced collectors. Some of the most valuable 1965 quarters are known for dramatic minting errors. These include double strikes, off-center strikes, clip planchets, broad strikes, and other unusual production mistakes that occurred during the minting process. Error coins are rare because only a small number escape quality control. Their unusual appearance makes them stand out immediately, and collectors often compete to own impressive examples. The more dramatic and well-preserved the error, the greater the potential value. This combination of rarity and visual appeal is what makes certain error quarters so exciting in the collecting world. Another reason collectors carefully inspect 1965 quarters is the possibility of discovering a coin struck on the wrong metal planchet. In extremely rare cases, a quarter may have been struck on a planchet intended for another denomination or another composition. Such minting mistakes are exceptionally scarce and are considered remarkable discoveries. When authenticated by professional grading services, these unusual coins can sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the specific error, rarity, and overall condition. Many stories circulate online claiming that every 1965 quarter is worth millions of dollars or could make someone an overnight billionaire. The reality is much different. While a handful of extraordinary examples have sold for impressive amounts, the overwhelming majority of 1965 quarters are common coins with modest value. The truly valuable pieces are those with certified mint errors, remarkable preservation, or other highly unusual characteristics. Understanding this difference helps collectors focus on genuine rarities instead of unrealistic expectations. Collectors also pay close attention to the smallest details when examining a 1965 quarter. They look for original mint luster, clean surfaces, crisp lettering, strong rim definition, and sharp features in George Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse. They also inspect a coin under magnification for doubling, die cracks, die chips, or other unusual features. These characteristics help determine whether the coin is simply an ordinary circulation piece or a collectible example deserving closer examination. If you believe you have an unusual 1965 Washington quarter, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and significantly reduce its collector value. Instead, store the coin carefully in a protective holder and compare it with known examples. If the coin appears to have a genuine mint error or outstanding condition, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected professional grading service. Certification provides confidence to buyers and often increases the coin's appeal in the marketplace. The history of the 1965 Washington quarter represents an important chapter in American coin collecting. It marked the transition from circulating silver quarters to the modern clad coin still used today. Because of this historic change, the coin remains one of the most recognizable and widely collected quarters in the United States. Every example serves as a reminder of a significant moment when economic conditions reshaped the nation's coinage system and created a fascinating collectible for future generations' next top two. Today, we are uncovering the fascinating story of the 1988 P. Washington quarter, a coin that millions of Americans used every day without realizing that a few extraordinary examples have become highly desirable among collectors. At first glance, this quarter looks like nothing more than an ordinary 25-cent coin, but hidden within the millions produced are rare pieces that continue to surprise the coin collecting world. If you have old jars of change or inherited coin collections, this is one coin that deserves a closer look before you spend it. The 1988 P. Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P mint mark on the front of the coin. By 1988, Washington quarters were already being made from a copper core covered with copper nickel, replacing the silver composition that had disappeared from regular circulation decades earlier. Although hundreds of millions of these quarters were produced, collectors know that large mintages do not eliminate the possibility of discovering rare and valuable coins. History has shown that unusual mint errors and outstanding preservation can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. Most 1988 P quarters are worth only their face value because they circulated heavily in everyday commerce. However, coins that escape circulation and still display their original mint luster, sharp details, and nearly flawless surfaces are much harder to find. Professional grading services carefully examine every detail, and a tiny difference in quality can mean the difference between a common coin and one that attracts serious collector interest. This is why experienced collectors always inspect older quarters before spending them. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for the 1988 P. Washington quarter is the possibility of finding genuine mint errors. During production, mistakes occasionally occur that created double dies, off-center strikes, clip planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, or other unusual features. These errors are naturally scarce because most effective coins were removed before leaving the mint. When an authentic error reaches the public, it often becomes a highly sought-after collectible, especially if the mistake is dramatic and the coin remains in excellent condition. Some of the most exciting discoveries involve quarters struck on the wrong type of planchet or other unusual minting mistakes. These rare production errors are extremely uncommon and attract strong interest whenever they appear at major coin auctions. Depending on the specific error, rarity, and condition, certified examples can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These remarkable pieces remind collectors that unexpected treasures can still be hiding among ordinary pocket change. Many videos and social media posts claim that every 1988 P quarter is worth millions of dollars or can make someone instantly rich. The truth is that only exceptional coins with verified rarity, important mint errors, or extraordinary preservation reach high prices. The average circulated 1988 P quarter remains a common coin. Understanding this difference helps collectors separate genuine opportunities from exaggerated stories and focus on coins that truly deserve attention. Collectors carefully examine every part of a 1988 P quarter. They study the portrait of George Washington, the lettering, the date, the mint mark, the eagle on the reverse, and the coin's overall surface. They also look for signs of doubling, unusual die varieties, or other manufacturing characteristics that may increase desirability. Even small differences can become important when determining whether a coin deserves professional authentication and grading. If you believe you have an unusual 1988 P. Washington quarter, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning removes the original surface and often reduces collector value. Instead, keep the coin in a protective holder and examine it carefully under good lighting. If it appears to have a genuine mint error or exceptional condition, professional authentication can confirm whether it's an ordinary quarter or a collectible piece with added value. The history of the 1988 P. Washington quarter reflect an era when the United States continued producing durable clad coinage for everyday use, while collectors search for hidden rarities among modern coins. Although these quarters were made for circulation, they have become an important part of modern American numismatics because they demonstrate how even recent coins can contain fascinating varieties and unexpected treasures next top 3. Today we are exploring the incredible story of the 1996 P. Washington quarter, a coin that many people have carried in their pockets without ever imagining it could attract the attention of serious collectors. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary 25-cent coin, but hidden among millions of examples are rare pieces with unusual characteristics that make them far more interesting than their face value suggests. Before you spend any old quarter, it is always worth taking a closer look because history has shown that remarkable discoveries can appear in the most unexpected places. The 1996 P. Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the small P mint mark on the obverse. It was produced during the long-running Washington Quarter series before the launch of the famous 50-state quarters program. Like other circulating quarters of its time, it was made from a copper core covered with copper nickel rather than silver. Although millions were produced for everyday use, collectors continue searching through rolls and collections because not every coin left the mint in exactly the same way. Most 1996 P quarters found in circulation are worth only their face value. However, collectors know that condition is one of the most important factors in determining value. A coin that has never circulated and still displays brilliant mint luster, crisp details, and nearly flawless surfaces can be much more desirable than a worn example. Professional grading services carefully examine these qualities, and top-grade coins are often much scarcer than people expect because most examples entered circulation and accumulated wear over time. Another reason the 1996 P. Washington quarter attracts attention is the possibility of genuine mint errors. During the minting process, rare mistakes occasionally occurred, including off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, double designs, and other unusual production varieties. These errors escape the mint in very small numbers, making them exciting discoveries for collectors. The more dramatic the error and the better the condition, the greater the interest from the numismatic community. Among the most fascinating discoveries are quarters struck on the wrong type of planchet or displaying significant production abnormalities. These unusual pieces are extremely rare because they resulted from unexpected events during manufacturing. When authenticated by respected grading services, such coins have become highlights of major collections and may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity, eye appeal, and overall preservation. These exceptional coins remind collectors that even modern pocket change can contain genuine surprises. Many stories on the internet claim that every 1996 P. Washington quarter is worth a fortune or can instantly make someone wealthy. The reality is much more balanced. Ordinary circulated examples remain common and are generally worth only 25 cents. The coins that achieve impressive prices are those with verified mint errors, exceptional grades, or other unusual characteristics confirmed by professional experts. Understanding this difference helps collectors focus on real opportunities instead of exaggerated claims. Experienced collectors examine every detail of a 1996 P quarter. They inspect the portrait of George Washington, the mint mark, the lettering, the date, the eagle on the reverse, and the overall quality of the strike. Magnification often reveals tiny details such as die cracks, doubling, or other characteristics that may not be visible to the naked eye. Careful observation is one of the most valuable skills in coin collecting because even the smallest detail can make a significant difference. If you discover a 1996 P. Washington quarter that appears unusual, resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning can permanently damage the original surface and reduce collector value. Instead, store the coin safely in a protective holder and compare it with known examples. If you believe the coin has an authentic mint error or exceptional preservation, professional authentication, and grading can determine whether it is an ordinary circulation coin or a collectible worth much more. The 1996 P. Washington quarter also represents an important moment in American coin history. It was one of the final regular Washington quarter designs before the introduction of the popular state quarters series in 1999. Because of this, many collectors include high-quality 1996 P quarters in complete Washington quarter collections. It stands as a reminder of the classic design that served the United States for decades before a new chapter in American coinage began.